fantastic. You guys didn't even move. How are you guys doing? You doing okay? You guys need any of my, I have a bunch of pills in my car. If you didn't take your medications, I got a little one. You take the blue ones? The little blue ones, no? The sparkly ones? That's fun. Mount Shasta! Woo, it's so fun. What a pretty mountain. Ooh. Ooh, I love it. This is a fun stage. This is nice. Look at all your faces. I'm just overwhelmed. This is nice. I like the stairs on this stage. This is a lower stage than the ones I'm used to performing on. It's nice because my knees have been killing me lately ever since I had ACL surgery. Anyone in the room have ACL surgery before? It's pretty common. No? Those of you?
I do that.
You do?
I do that.
You do ACL surgery. So I'll just explain for everyone who's not in the loop. ACL stands for adjusted cock length. Yeah. Now this thing's so big and heavy, carrying it around all day. Man, my knees have been killing me, you know?
I'm happy to serve.
Yeah. Doing the Lord's work. This chick took one look at it. She's like, Peter, I want to make a mold of your penis. I was like, why? It's covered in mold already. You know? Welcome, folks. What do you guys? This is kind of a small town. You guys don't have a Planet Fitness in here, do you?
No.
A Planet Fitness? Oh, it sounds like you guys want one though, huh? Jeez. Yeah, we've been. It's like a Whole Foods on South Park. We've all been trying to get a Planet Fitness. Any of you guys been to a Planet Fitness? I go like every day. I come from over in Eureka, and we got a Planet Fitness. It's like an adult babysitting place, you know? You have too much energy, and you don't know what to do. You just go there, and you work out, you know? Ladies, don't date a guy who goes to Planet Fitness, because that means not only does he have a small dick, but he's also poor. It's true. Not even a real planet. I checked. It's funny. Planet Fitness. I knew there's one couple that used to do CrossFit, which what's that? You know, a Christian workout regimen? I mean, they used to do CrossFit all the time, but then they broke up, which I guess is one day they didn't work out. You know, hold your applause. No, I love going to Planet Fitness, but like the characters there, they're so weird, right? I don't know. It's where I go. I'll explain what it's like. I know you guys don't have a Planet Fitness. You just have like interplanetary beings coming and going from the mountain every day. Right? Oh yeah, see? Planet Fitness is weird, man. There's always this guy, and he's just like, hey man, you don't gotta wipe off the machine every time. I'm like, thanks for the advice, ringworm Randy. Planet Fitness. It's full of squatters, you know, both like doing squats, but also people who are like showering there because they're breaking into houses and living in them, you know. Huh?
Van life.
Van life. Is that you? Do you live in a van?
No, I thankfully no, but you know, it's common.
Can't even afford a van. Wow. I believe in you. There's plenty in the park. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful over here. Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, where do I go from there? Have you seen my set before? What do my notes say? Oh no. No. I'm happy to say I got my, I'm not from around here, but I do have my old girlfriend coming by the show tonight. She's not my ex, she's just 97 years old. It's my old girlfriend. Gotta sign her out of the home with a clipboard, you know? Tried marrying her, it was getting on her will, but she actually, in response, made a won't. Yeah. I won't give you any of these things, Peter. Damn it. You know, I was really gunning for those hard candies, you know. You guys, anyone sick in the room? Anyone contagious? Anyone with COVID-19? That stuff was fun. I feel like COVID-19 is like the female orgasm. Everyone says it's there, but I've never seen it in myself. No. Whoever smelt a variant, Delta variant, is all I'm saying, right? That was fun. Anyone single in the room? Where are the single ladies at?
Are we supposed to cheer for that?
Supposed to cheer for that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to develop a radar for after the show. No, I need actually a special kind of lady most of the time. I'm into the crazy chicks, so sue me. I'm into it, you know? What's the phrase? Crazy in the bed? Great. Crazy in head, crazy in bed. But like, they don't have a filter for that on any of my favorite dating apps. You know, there's the Bumble, there's the Christian Singles, Black People Meet. There's no like crazy for you, you know, which is, I imagine they would name it that, crazy for you. If they made an app like that, it'd have to like fit the demographic though, right? You know, instead of swiping based on people's face, you swipe based on what their bedroom floor looks like, you know, see what kind of crazy you're getting into. Instead of swiping right or left, they just side swipe you in traffic. That's how you know you have a match. You got some crazy lady keying your car. No. People are like, are you dating crazy women or are you driving them crazy? I'm just like, that's not mutually exclusive. I can do both, you know? Why are you so into crazy women, Peter? It's like, what am I supposed to have in common with them, you know? People say stick to my strengths and they say don't be delusional. It's like, pick one, come on. Huh?
We're all crazy.
We're all crazy, and I'm glad for that. You know, they should check the source of our water here on that note, you know.
That's why we stay here.
Yeah, for the water.
Yeah.
Are you an alien? Are there any aliens here tonight? Ooh. I'm into the UFO stuff because I want to meet the female aliens, you know? Oh yeah. Be a deadbeat boyfriend in outer space. You know? What? I'm gonna be like, hey honey, I need to borrow more Earth dollars so I can buy more Starbucks, you know? All her friends would be judging her. I'd hit on her friends too. Hey honey, can I borrow the spaceship? They're like, what a deadbeat. I'm into it. I'm into the female aliens. Fuck it. I'm progressive. I'm into the aliens, you know? All of them. I like my female aliens like I like my golf courses. 18 holes, you know? Woo! What if like, I mean, it's Mount Shasta, right? You know, it wouldn't be that crazy if like a spaceship landed in the parking lot right now. What do you guys think? A bunch of buff aliens come out of it. They're like, we come from Planet Fitness. Take me to your Peter. That's me, by the way. I'm Peter. It's nice to meet you all tonight. Clap now. Clap. That's how. Something you can know about me is I'm a total pothead. Yeah, I smoke tons of cannabis. Anyone else do that? Oh yeah, no one smokes weed. I'll introduce weed to anyone after the show if they want. You know, it's an 18+ show. I actually grew my own strain of weed. It's really good for rolling joints, so I named it Ankle. Thank you. Hold your applause. Hold it. Hold it in. We're gonna edge all night. I used to make hash in college, and now I have all this old hash, and I can never tell if it gets me stoned or if it's gonna get me stoned. And that happened to me the other day. It fell out of a shoebox. I was like, I'm gonna try it out. This shit's 10 years old, right? Let's see it. Let's do it. I go running up the stairs to grab my bong, but I trip and I drop it. At which point, I no longer had my old dab, but I had a brand new step dab. Yeah, hold your applause. Oh, it was. Came out here from Eureka tonight. That's fun. We're a coastal community, so when someone says, that man gave me crabs, it's a good thing. Anyone own a Eureka vacuum cleaner in the room? That's a vacuum cleaner company. Yeah, they had a vacuum cleaner company. They're like, all right, guys, we got to name our company. Quick, put your heads together. What sucks more than anything? Eureka. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Oric, but that's also a vacuum cleaner company. And it sucks too. You guys can be a fan company. You can be my Mount Shasta fans, right? Yeah, you're gonna follow me on Instagram after this? You guys on? If anyone has an Instagram, looking at this crowd, I'd just be surprised. You guys are all Facebookers, huh? I'm a Facebooker too. I used to look younger, but then I lost all my hair staying at this Airbnb. Oh. Dumb. Oh goodness. So yeah, like I don't know. I had dropped my hash on the ground. That was frustrating. I did this right before I went to Florida to visit my grandma. I'm actually from New Hampshire. You guys ever been? Everyone in New Hampshire flies down to Florida in the winter. They're called snowbirds. You know, New Hampshire's weird. The state motto is "Live free or die." You guys know that? It's like one of the last states that you don't have to wear a motorcycle helmet in. And it's true. It's true. There's like 2 states. Why? I don't know. Because live free or die, right? And that's on the state test for all the second graders there too. Yeah, our teachers have to teach second graders such a philosophical statement as live free or die. I mean, I got some questions. Why are we testing these kids on this? But back in the 80s, one of these teachers that had to teach that was, you might have heard her name, Krista McAuliffe, the astronaut that was in the Challenger tragedy where the spaceship, went up in the sky. But for her students, she was a second grade teacher in New Hampshire. So she had to go in one day and be like, all right, kids, hey, live free or die. And then she got on a spaceship, took off, and exploded. I think it's because she wasn't wearing her helmet. We all fly down to Florida. I don't think we'll ever get a new Florida, though, right? We learned our lesson with the first one. We would never let a second Florida happen. I visit my Nana down in Florida. My sweet Nana, she's the best. She lives around all these salesmen trying to sell stuff to her, the older community. I meet this one guy, he sells hearing aids. I'm like, how much do you get? He's like, $5,000. I'm like, and they don't change the name to something besides AIDS? I mean, it's never made sense to me. I feel like if you send a box that says AIDS on it to my front door, I'm going to put on my seeing herpes and make sure I'm reading the label right, Hearing aids, come on. There's all these Amish people out there too, though, the Mennonites. They're fun to give a little bit of your time. Be like, hey, where the Womenites at? The Momish, hey. It's stupid. I fly out. If you fly to Florida on Christmas Day, your ticket is half price. And I'm cheap, so I fly. And all my friends, when I come back to town, they leave my gifts out at my house. For when I get back into town, I come back late Christmas night and open them up, and I open up my gift. One of them was a Roomba. That was neat, and it's like a dog. You just set it loose and it eats everything off your floor. But then I got 2 gifts that year. The other gift, someone really knew me. They just got me a bunch of cocaine. That was fun. I think that stuff's crazy, right? Because when you do it, you have to look at yourself in a mirror, This is where I'm at in my life, Who's the evil twin now, I have an evil twin. He's really good at parking because he's from a parallel dimension.
I like that one. Sounds like a good twin.
I always wanted to be a mirror salesman. It's something I could really see myself doing. Can you imagine, messing up at the mirror store? You drop some of the merchandise, all your coworkers start making fun of you, even the mirror starts cracking up. No, while we're on the subject, if there's anything, if I don't have a mirror to do cocaine off of, the next best thing I'd say is a tablet PC, because then I can look up help for my problem at the same time. This is totally a group of people that I just look at you and I'm just like, these people all do cocaine,
Every one of us,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I'm all excited to do some of this cocaine I got for Christmas, so I go running up the stairs to grab my mirror, but I trip on my step dab on accident and drop it all over the floor. Roomba sucks it all up. I'm like, Jesus, that's a heroic dose. It goes up on the wall. I'm like, get down from there. And it's like, give me more cocaine. And I'm like, you get the cocaine after you clean my house. Which is exactly what I used to tell my ex-girlfriend all the time. All right, guys, how am I doing? Tell me. I felt that. We have 3 other comics if you don't like me. They're really good too. I love them. They're so fantastic. You guys like impressions?
Yeah.
All right. This is this is my impression of the guy who invented glass. Yeah. You ready? You here? All right. I want to make one thing clear. It's the whole impression. Actually, for any history buffs, it's actually not a man who invented glass, it was women. Women actually invented glass, you know that? Yeah. It's the last time a woman was transparent about anything. Am I right, guys? I'm just winning over this whole crowd, aren't I? Hell yeah. Hold your applause. It was a cold winter. I didn't end up with a girlfriend. I didn't end up with a friend with benefits. Actually, I am a friend with drawbacks. Yeah. Sure, we slept together, but was it a benefit? I don't know. There's money missing. Where did he go? He left already? That bastard, Huh?
A thief.
A thief. Yeah, I stole her heart. And $40. It was a long drive out. I definitely am not the best driver, On my way here, I blew a stop sign on a street corner, only to find out it was some dude in a stop sign costume. Oops. Uh-oh. Got pulled over after that. They're like, hey, you're carjacking. I was like, my bad, I thought I was alone, They wrote down on the ticket, pretty decent exposure, This other time I was just having my way with a car on the side of the road. The cops pulled up, like, sir, pull out of the vehicle. You guys loving it? Is this fun? We're good? Hold your applause. I hate the cops. Is there any cops in the room? Being undercover is like being underage. You have to tell me if you are. All right, no cops in the room. Good. Oh, now I'll do my dirtier material. No, I think cops are, I get ticketed so much, right? Tons. I got ticketed $420 for weed one time. Literally happened. I think cops are a joke. It's crazy. And it's because they show up with their badge, their gun, and their uniform every time. They look the same, and it scares me. I want them to change their uniform to something more associated with justice. If you ask me, I think we got to change their uniform to the Power Rangers uniform, right? Yeah. But then you'd just be changing their costume. They'd still be acting the same, right? Still hear like, oh, did you hear the pink Power Ranger tear gas the Black Lives Matter protest today? Right? Or, I don't know. Okay. If we're talking about Power Rangers being cops, I'm sure we would all agree we would call them the White Power Rangers. I think there's cops in the room tonight. I think they're all cops. All right, I was gonna, let's do one more. We'll do one more. What do you guys think? I'm doing great. I want to bring on one of these other comics, though. I got it. That's a lot of faith you're placing in a comedian. You should see my pay stubs and then tell me I got it, because I do not got it. I do not. Guys, our first comedian of the evening, you're just gonna fall completely in love with. So I want to hear you guys really make some noise. She drove like more than 6 hours to get here. I want to hear some screams, guys. Put your hands together for Eureka Arcada's Leah Tamara.